Nicky, thanks very much for joining us. First of all, how are you and how have the last couple of weeks been, being back in training?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, it's good to be back. I think, not just speaking for myself, I think all my teammates and all the lads who are involved in football in a difficult time. Obviously we've not had any clarification what's going to happen. Obviously the virus needs to be sorted out first, so we just had to wait really. But everything's been sorted out now, so we can crack on with the playoffs and really exciting times for the club again.
And in terms of training and preparing for the games that you've got coming up, how long have you and the team been back in full training?
We've been back in the last couple of weeks. I think obviously we had to take it step by step, with the protocols and stuff. So we had to go in when we were told really. And I think at first it was just on our own and in small groups. And then we picked it up quite quickly. As soon as I think we had a few clear tests, they allowed us to contact train, which is good for us because I think as a footballer, that's what you want really. There's only so many drills you can do on your own and stuff. So it's good to be back involved. All the lads are buzzing as well.
And how different has it been as well? Because obviously we've been without football for nearly 3 months or so now. You're almost cramming a whole pre-season into just a couple of weeks ready to compete in the playoffs only. Has that been tough? Has it been different?
Yeah, I think like everyone said, we've never seen anything like this before. So yeah, it's weird. I think a lot of teams, obviously, decisions have been made now with promotions, with relegations and stuff, and you do feel for the teams at the bottom because certain teams probably had a real chance of getting out of it. But in terms of ourselves, we put ourselves in a real good position in the playoffs. Disappointing for us because I think over the years people have seen with 9 games to go anything can happen. So who knows? We could have probably snuck into that top 3. We in the top 7 teams are really evenly matched this year. So, but look, it's not to be. We've put ourselves in a position for the playoff. 4 really good teams, and we'll just give it our very best.
And I imagine you've had to keep on top of things, knowing that with Northampton being where they were in the table, that you could return to training at any point because you'd be competing in the playoffs. As far as the lockdown was concerned, it was obviously tough for everyone, but how did you manage to keep your fitness and keep in shape and keep on top of that?
Yeah, it's difficult, like I said, as a professional footballer, we've never seen anything like this. So having such a long time off, obviously I'm busy with the kids at home, they keep me busy. But I think, the gaffer was brilliant with us and he just said, look, we need to tick over because if there's a decision to be made, hopefully we'll get to finish what we started regarding the playoffs. So we knew we had to be ready, just staying, ticking over and as ready as you can be. It's a long season. A lot of us have played 30, 40 games already. So a few weeks off is probably a good thing to have a break. But then obviously you want to get straight back into it. So it's good to be back. And like I say, hopefully we're all fit and ready to go. It's a quick turnaround, so I think we've had less than 3 weeks before the first game. So, but listen, we love football. But if they said to us play tomorrow, I think the majority would. So yeah, it's exciting times.
And am I right in saying that you're currently living in a hotel room or on your own at the moment? Is that since you returned to training, or?
Yeah, they've put us in this hotel room. I think I've been stitched up with the worst room here. I've seen the gaffers earlier, and he's got a penthouse with a kitchen and all sorts. I've got a kettle. That's it. But no, we've got to do they've provided us with hotels and stuff, so that's great for us. And obviously building up to next week, we'll be in the hotel all week as well. So fair play to the club. They've done everything right and trying to prepare us the best they can.
And just how good has it been really to return to training and to, I suppose, get back to some form of normality and being around the team again?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's normality really. I think in the summer when you have your little break, you go away with your family and have your holidays. But like I say, this is it's been a strange time, and no one could have foreseen this happening. And it's just great. I think when you've played as long as I have, it's what you live for. Love football, so it's just good to be in and around the lads. When we've had a good season, and you've got a good dressing room like we have. As soon as we're seeing each other, the boys, the banter's flying again, and it's just good. I think that, listen, this is, like I say, in difficult times, obviously with the fans not being able to watch us as well, it's just good for us to be able to give them something back.
And just looking at the League Two season as a whole, it's been an incredibly tight league this season, hasn't it? There's not a lot between those teams in the playoff places. Would you say it's probably been one of the most competitive League Two seasons that you've experienced?
Yeah, of course. I think obviously coming in, like you say, there was a lot of fancied teams to go up this year. You know, you look at the league table and they were even near the top 7. So we knew it was going to be a tough league. You know, when I came here in the summer, you know, the gaffer said, look, we're going to be tough because we're getting it's a big turnaround, a lot of new players. There's a lot of people fancied, you know, spending a lot of money. But we just believe in ourselves. And I think if you look at the top 7, like you say, very close. Well evenly matched, and I think going into this playoff, you know, all form goes out the window anyway in a playoff. But I think all 4 teams are quite evenly matched. You know, I think Cheltenham will obviously be favourites. You know, they finished 4th ahead of anyone else. So, and fair play, rightly so. So we know it's going to be a tough game going against them. But Exeter and Colchester are also 2 very good sides. So we know we're going to have to be on our game. We can't have no slip ups. But yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been really close, especially the top 7 or 8 teams that have been really, really like close together. So it's difficult. I don't think anyone will be able to. Just got to believe in ourselves.
And obviously, you came back to Northampton at the beginning of the season. I know you played for them previously, and I know you were at Bury last season. What made you want to come back to Northampton Town this time around and re-sign for them?
Just 2 things really. Obviously, such an amazing time here before, you know, winning the league, so, and being part of the club's history. So that was a big point for me. Obviously, the manager. You know, I've worked with the manager before. Played some really good football under him, and we went close in getting promotion that time. So those 2 things, it was a no-brainer for me really. As soon as he phoned to say, "Do you want to come back?" Yeah, it was like, yeah, no problem, because like I said, I've got a really good relationship with him. He's been good as gold with me. Can't thank him enough for what he's done for me as well. So, yeah, like I said, just the club, the manager. I knew the players he was going to sign and bring in, and it just that was it really. And hopefully we can. And obviously the club's had a bit of a tough time the last few years, so it was just a matter of can I go there and try and help turn it around and have a positive season. And you know, we've put ourselves in a really good position, and hopefully we can finish the job. And
was promotion always the aim at the start of the season? Was that discussed back in August?
Yeah, of course. I think, you know, I don't think there'll be many teams in our league or any league really that, you know, your ambition is not to be promoted. I think obviously we just went about our work quietly. Obviously we had a bit of a slow start, but you know, like I said, we had a big group of players, you know, new. So we were just getting to know each other and stuff. But as soon as we clicked, you know, we put ourselves in a real good position. You know, just fell short of the top 3 at the end. But obviously cut short with 9 games. But you know, if you're in the top 7, you've done something right. So you know, that was our ambition at the start. Give ourselves an opportunity to get promoted, and you know, we've got the chance to do that now.
You mentioned obviously the last couple of seasons that the club's had a tough time, and you said yourself there that this season the club's done something right. As a team, you seem to have had that little something extra. What's been behind the success so far this season, do you think?
Just a togetherness, you know, a good group of people. You know, the manager and his staff, they're all really good with us. They know what all the lads need. You know, just a good group of players. I think anyone that gets promoted or give themselves a chance of promotion will tell you if you've got a good dressing room, that's half the battle. You know, we've got a lot of good players in our dressing room, but if you're not good lads off the pitch, then it doesn't sort of work. So I think having that balance of a good side, you know, a good set of boys who go out there and give everything they have for each other on the pitch is a big part of it. So yeah, just I'd say it's a togetherness, and we've got players with good ability as well. So hopefully with them 2 things we can have a good go in the playoffs.
And for you personally, you've made over 40 appearances in all competitions this season, which, when you think about the intensity of League Two combined with the cup competitions, that's a hell of a lot of games, isn't it? Like, how have you felt personally getting all those games under your belt?
Yeah, it's strange, really. The last 2 seasons, since I've come back, I had a bad injury, obviously. In the last 2 years, I've come back as a wing back, so I'm probably fitter than I ever have. It's strange. But like I say, yeah, it's just for me playing every week. That's the most important thing. And I knew, the manager, he has a lot of confidence in me, and he goes and lets me express myself. So for me to play those games, it's what I love doing. I love playing football. So, as long as you keep yourself fit and go out there and give it your best, and I think the manager picks you. That's all I can ask for, really. So, yeah, it's 40 odd games. Seems strange, really, with 9 to play. So, but listen, we've got 3 games left, and hopefully I can play in all 3 of those and help this club get back to where it should be.
And you've scored a few goals, but you've also got 15 assists to your name for the season too. That's a big part of your game as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what I pride myself on. I think anyone that knows me, I don't score too many. But I pride myself on setting goals up, especially just put it in the box for the good players and let them finish it off. But yeah, that's what I've tried to do over the last few years. Just take pride in it, practice it all the time, and it's paid off in games. So hopefully I can help set a few more goals up in these games to come.
And just looking ahead specifically to the playoff semi-finals, then you did just touch on it a moment ago, but is it fair to say that any recent form before the break goes completely out the window at this stage, because playoffs are one-off games, and also it's been that long since you played some competitive football?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I say, it's strange. I don't think this has ever happened. Usually in the playoff, the one that makes a late charge, everyone sort of fancies them to get in, or the one that's been in and around it all season and just missed out. They're well fancied. So, but like I say, I think we've touched on it with the top 7 teams who are all really, really good sides. Closely contested. So I'll be honest with you, I think the 4 teams in the playoff are all really good sides. I think it'll just be on the day who gets the tactics right and who takes the chances. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, I've got a lot of respect for the 3 teams in there with us, and let the best man win, best team win, shall I say?
And you've won promotions before with clubs, and you've actually won promotion with Northampton Town before. Is it fair to say that you know what it takes to help get a team promoted, and you've got experience on your side there, haven't you?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I've been fortunate to be in some really good teams at this level. So I was here last time the club got promoted, and if I can help do that again, it'd be very special for myself. Like I say, I've been very close with the manager in a different time as well. We fell short in the final hurdle, so it'd be nice to help him get that promotion as well, and just get the club back to where it belongs. I strongly believe that Northampton's a League One club, but it's up to us to get them back there. But yeah, like I say, I've been very fortunate. I've played in some really good sides, and so hopefully, if we can get over the line this year and get back to where I want to be playing as well.
And it all kicks off on Thursday evening, starting with Cheltenham Town. They've had a brilliant season as well, haven't they? Like you've obviously played them earlier on in the season. What are you expecting from them in the first leg?
Yeah, really good side. Going to be a tough game. We've had 2 games with them, and the last time we played them, they came out on top, scoring late on. But it was a really even game, tough game. We know what to expect. We know they'll be very difficult to beat. I think the favourites going into this playoff, rightly so. They just missed out on automatic promotion. So, we've got to be on our A game. I think in the playoffs it's fine margins. We can't allow any slip ups because we've got some really, really good players. So, be a great game. I'm looking forward to it.